is at 2175 Fahrenheit or 1190 Celsius. Right now, Mikey is marvering. That's the marver, that steel top table. Mikey's marvering on the marver, shaping the gather, getting it ready to receive a bubble. So watch right here for you. And about 3, 2, 1. Bubble. Whoa. I know, it's pretty cool. Has anybody seen that before? Mikey? You have?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Lots and lots and lots of times.
I believe it. Mikey's been blowing glass for a little over 15 years. I've been blowing glass for a little over 12. So how this all works is you shape it up, get it ready, put air into the tube, tap it with your thumb. The heat from the glass excites the molecules, and so they expand directly into the gather because it's your point of least resistance. And you grow a bubble. It's all physics. So you might notice it's not glowing nearly as much anymore because we're outside of the clay. Crucible, it's made of high fire clay. It's about 2 inches thick. And it just holds a puddle of that. This is constantly running. The one that holds the glass, our melting furnace. We use it every day. And it generally takes a few days for the furnaces to cool off and a few days for them to get hot again. So furnaces are usually on for months to years at a time. Unless we have to turn it off to move or fix it. All the other stuff is hot. We turn it off at night and on in the morning. And it takes about an hour to get up to working temperature. So that's the reheating chamber. It's called the glory color. He's done with the color for now. You saw him roll through this pile of green Frit, F-R-I-T, just crushed up colored glass. So you can roll through it, it sticks, melts it down, and it's going to give you like a speckly polka dotted pattern, similar to the pieces that were made by us up here yesterday. We're rolling through a tool called the block. He's got a big wet wooden spoon. He's got a much newer one than this one actually. We got this one like last week. It's not quite as burnt out. But yeah, they're made of cherry wood and they stay waterlogged in buckets back here all of the time except when it comes the bottom to use later. That's going to be where his vase sits on the table. You making a vase?
I'm making a vase.
Making a vase. I just heated up the jacks. Running through some beeswax here so they can slide in line with the jack blades. It's called the jack line. And that's going to be how we take it off the pipe to our score mark or our break point. And it will be the lip and opening of the piece. No matter what you're making, you need that line or you're going to be stuck forever. Except you wouldn't be stuck forever because you'd have to heat it up forever. Eventually you stop heating it, the glass cools off too rapidly. It shocks, cracks, thermal shock off the pipe. Actually, if you ever hear any pinging coming from this bucket, that's because that's where we put the pipes once we're done using them. And this glass that's attached to the pipe shatters off. They're self-cleaning actually, which is really convenient for us. So if all goes well, and y'all think it's cool, feel free to hoot and holler and give Mikey a big round of applause. And if all goes wrong, do the same thing. Thanks for effort. Around there, should be anyway. He's looking for center. When he's ready, he'll put water into the jack line. To thermally shock it, tap the pipe, it should pop right off.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
You ready? Don't blink.
Water.
Sizzle.
Tap.
Just like that.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yay us.
No. The parts that aren't moving are about 1,000 degrees. The parts that are moving are upwards of 2,000 degrees. So we can't let anything drop below 1,000. Really.
Is that like a lip wrap?
Yeah, that dark green.
Yes, please.
Okay, shrinking, slumping, cracking. Just stays the same. And then after we're done, this demo is the last demo actually. We'll turn it off, and the fancy computer in the back will ramp it down overnight, over 10 hours. Slow cooling cycle called annealing. So all this stuff, are you going through that cycle?
I'm done.
We're done.
I'm not flash.
Okay. We'll use this thing, the modified pizza peel. So Mikey is going to take his tweezers, get a drop of water from the bucket behind him, sneak one drop in between where it's attached to the pumpty on the bottom of the piece. You'll be surprised how lightly he taps it to get it off of there. It's all about vibrations, not force. The glass always wants to break at its coldest, most constricted little tap. Just like so. Now it's a little sharp there. So we're gonna torch it. Little fire polish. Let it 3,000 degree torch so we can melt away any sharp bits nice and quickly and efficiently. Whoop. And into the box it goes.
Perfect.
We got a safe, happy piece of glass. Let's give Mikey another big round of applause.
Thank you.